Less than 20 days until Universal Orlando will be consumed in the fog. You will hear the sound of loud heavy metal as you will see a bright neon blue color in the distance that spells out the words Halloween Horror Nights. I was here roughly about a week ago and this trestle was set up, although there are more props that have been set up since then right underneath this trestle. As you can see, the trestle now has bricks that are aligning the sides. The Origins of Horror is now decorated with these brick side pieces because, as you can tell, this is part of the observatory. This is going to be filled with gargoyle monstrous creatures. We are inside the observatory. This is the Origins of Horror Scare Zone, which was in my last video, but I love the beautiful stained glass windows up above. Here we have our first food booth themed after the observatory, the Origins of Horror Scare Zone. You can see the stained glass windows, and so far no menus, but I'm very curious to see what type of food and drinks they have. Normally these entranceway food and drink booths normally have a very small kind of snack and drink menu. The Clown Cafe, wow, it looks like Art the Clown has his own food booth here in the New York area of Universal Orlando, because the Terrifier house is going to be a fan favorite this year, so it only makes sense that he's going to have his own little food booth, and it looks like he actually has two. It looks like there's another one right over here. Our second Terrifier food or drink booth probably serves both, and the menus have not been placed. I am so curious to see what type of food is themed after the Terrifier, which will definitely be a fan favorite this year. Wow, look at that. The Firefly Funhouse. This, of course, is themed after the dollhouse. I don't know much about this house other than it's going to take place in a little girl's room, and we're going to be the size of a doll or the size of a small toy. Interesting here, more than likely we're going to get some desserts, probably like a cookie or a cake of some sort, or maybe like a weird corn dog that has some sort of candy on the outside or sugar coating. You know, they usually come up with some interesting concoctions here for Halloween Horror Nights. If we're lucky, maybe we'll get some sort of fun drink as well. All right, I don't know much about the Fallout series as a video game or TV series, but I'm pretty sure this has to be Fallout. So if this is Fallout, does that mean that this is also Fallout? And maybe I'm missing a reference that I did not know? Interesting. Yes, with the vault door over here, door number 33, this is confirmed has to be Fallout, which is also a huge IP. Here in the New York section of Universal Orlando, we have the Mutations Toxic 20s Scare Zone. This is a brand new set piece that is being revealed to us, and it looks like we're in some sort of cellar, or I guess stage door. Does that imply we're behind the scenes somewhere? I'm very confused, but I did some more research about this Scare Zone, and I did read, and foolish me, it was actually in the cliff notes of the Universal Orlando post when they made the house announcement. But basically, in relation to the Bugs Eaten Alive house, this is related to that because the BuzzCon formula that they created, which turned people into toxic insect people, it was turning people into crazy insect people, human hybrids that were monsters. And this is related to that because apparently organized crime members, part of the Toxic 20s, the Roaring 20s, apparently they accidentally were helping spread these barrels of toxic waste throughout the city, and that's why people are all toxic. And it's the 1920s during Prohibition. So I guess that makes sense. I guess it's kind of like a bootlegging operation, if I had to guess. Club Horror is shaping up to be fantastic this year, bigger and better than ever. These light stanchions are massive, and you can confirm that it's for Halloween Horror Nights if you look at the base of this TV and you can see my reflection. Hey, Mitchell. Tons of props have been added to the Cat Lady's house here on Crooked Lane. This Scare Zone by far has the most amount of details. And just look at this cauldron. And she claims that she's not a witch, although this cauldron says otherwise. That's how she makes her soup, and she feeds it to the children. The trick-or-treaters then become cats. That's the story of this Scare Zone. You can see the remnants of all the trick-or-treaters that once were. Here, the front porch is looking off awfully fine with this jack-o'-lantern. Very Halloween-esque. I love it so much, and these details add so much more creepiness to the story. And it's confirmed that the cat lady is a fan of golf. That's fun. And the cat lady has been up to no good. What is she digging this hole for? I mean, her yard looks perfectly fine. I think there might be something down in that hole that this tarp is covering. Here on the front porch of the cat lady's house, you can see, besides this jack-o'-lantern, which looks fantastic, you can also see little pedal triggers right here, little foot pedals that would trigger a scare. So there's going to be multiple scare actors, or maybe just one on the stage with multiple points of scare action here on the porch. And then I see a third one actually on the back side of the porch here that is also a scare trigger. So the cat lady on Crooked Lane has all these jack-o'-lanterns, and a couple of them look like Little Boo. I'm not gonna lie, there's one that I spotted all the way up here at the very top, which kind of looks like Little Boo. Let me see if I can find him. There. I mean, look at that guy right there. That looks like Little Boo. You can't tell me otherwise. He's more circuit. That's more like a bowling ball, actually. A ton of foliage has been added to the Masquerade Scare Zone. This is the Vampire Masquerade, the Vampire Ball Scare Zone. Look at all this foliage. Our first gargoyle, surprisingly not in the Origins of Horror Scare Zone, but instead in the Masquerade Scare Zone. Wow. And then back here, we could see a scare foot pedal, a scare trigger foot pedal right back there. And of course, this was in my last video, but these champagne glasses will probably be flowing with blood. More than likely, some furniture has been added to the stage. We have the stained glass with the cat. Now we have furniture on the stage. Pardon our dust. Here we are with a chair that has some sort of liquid splatter all over it, and this mysterious table covering something up because it looks like there's probably something grotesque under there that they cannot show the daytime guests. If I had to guess, it will be like a feast of human flesh, because this is the Vampire Scare Zone after all. Well, that's all the updates for today, but if you did enjoy this video, give this video a like, give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy the video. That way my video can reach a larger audience and I can continue to make update videos, and before you know it, I'll be in the fog. So if you don't want to miss a thing, we are less than 20 days away from the event. So if I'm going to be honest, probably just one more update video, and then you will see me on opening night walking through all the scare zones and trying different foods and drinks. So if you did enjoy this video and you don't want to miss a thing, please subscribe down below. That way you can see me on opening night, and if I do post one more update video, which I'm sure I will, then you won't miss that either. So subscribe down below. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.